Guys, welcome back in to another video. We are back with yet another AOT chapter breakdown. I'm going to give a breakdown, but more so than anything, it's going to be my take and my understanding of the interpretation that I gathered from this particular chapter. I wanted to break this thing down because I think there's a misconception, and I think this chapter has one big glaring contradiction that I want to bring to the forefront that I don't think a lot of people have seen or a lot of people have actually ever wanted to even acknowledge. I reread it, and this is one big thing that I saw that needs to be addressed. Before we get into that, though, you already know the deal, right? Let's get the business out the way. Guys, if you are enjoying the content that you are consuming, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, that like button. As always, it helps out the channel, it helps the algorithm, and it helps us be seen to more people. So that will be very much appreciated. Also, while you're there, you might as well go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. It doesn't cost you a goddamn dime. It doesn't have anything to do with getting money out your pockets. You're just subscribing to the channel and you're just supporting the channel as always. So appreciate all those who have done that. Also, guys, go ahead and comment down below as well. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Just even if you just want to come through and just say, hey, we're going to touch on this particular chapter, and I want you guys' thoughts on it. And let me know what you think. So comments are important. Last but not least, guys, go ahead and share the content as well. Sharing is caring. And also go ahead and hit the notification bell, guys, so that you guys are kept in the loop for anything and everything that is being posted on this channel. So without motherfucking ado, let's get into this. Alright, guys, so this is the chapter in question that we are going to be breaking down and we're going to look over. This chapter has been hailed as the worst chapter ever in the history of fiction. Nah, I'm only joking. But it's up there, though. No, I'm only kidding. But it has been hailed as a pretty bad chapter in a lot of the Attack on Titan fandom. They do not like it. They think it was terrible. They think it was a bad ending, a bad chapter, a bad overall piece of shit. I have to be inclined to agree. So this is why I wanted to kind of go over this. I want to do this little quick chapter breakdown. I'm not going to so much break down the whole entire chapter, but what I am going to break down is I'm going to break down a piece of information that I found very troubling and very concerning in this chapter that I think a lot of people actually kind of overlooked. Some people may have seen it, but others may not have, and I kind of want to point that out to you, and I kind of want to guide you down the way that I'm thinking and how I interpreted when I read this and digested this multiple times. I want to kind of put you guys to kind of see what I see and kind of feel what I felt. We're going to go ahead and start off with the first panel, the first part of this. And I'm going to go ahead and read the entirety of this part because this plays a pivotal role in what I'm kind of saying and what I kind of want to point out. All right, so you got Armin and Eren here sitting in basically in their town with the walls up, right? This is an imaginary world, of course. He's just taking them through by giving him this vision. But basically starts off here, he's saying, hey, I get it. You did it for the sake of the future you saw using the Attack Titan's power. But did you really have to beat me to a pulp? Why? Was needing me that important? I was so desperate to push you all away, even I found myself wondering what I was doing. I just let the moment take over, really. Sorry. Right, so he's referencing the time at the table scene where he just beat the shit out of him. Okay, so let's keep going. He's saying, you should be saying that to Mikasa, not me. All that nonsense you spewed hurt her. Yeah, you're right. That's when he told her like he hated her, told her that she wasn't, was shit, basically. And that she was nothing, and he always hated her when he was a kid. So, yeah. All right. And here we go. Here's a pivotal part that I want you guys to see. This is very, very, very important. So I need you guys to soak this in. I need you guys to hear me on this. So this is very important. So let's go. Armin asked Eren, "It was all to push us away from you and make us into heroes who saved humanity from extinction by hunting you down." Eren said, "That's right." All right. So right there, that point, that phrasing, that statement by Armin is already has an outlying theme of a plan. You see what I mean? That already sounds like he is questioning or trying to get confirmation that Eren had a plan. Okay? So this is Eren. How could you not be seen as the saviors of every surviving member of society? Right? Statement there. He's saying, that's right. So I don't even understand how you wouldn't be seen as the saviors of every surviving member. Meaning that a plan was put in place to have people survive. So he never was going to go through with 100% anyway. This was just a ploy to be able to set them up as the heroes. Right? Let's keep going. You turned your backs on Paradise in spite of being island devils to stand on the side of humanity to the end. You'd probably become the most respected beings in the world. Now, other interpretations say he wanted you to be held in the highest regard, other things like that, right? That's what the translation is, right? Loose translation. So, that already shows, again, that a plan was set in motion for him to make them out to be the heroes. So he did all of that to make them out to be the heroes, right? So he already knew that. So he already knew that they would try to stop him, correct? He already knew that. He knew that. He knew that they would try to stop him. He already planned to not do 100% anyway, right? Okay? So let's keep going. Keep these things in mind, guys. Let's keep going. So you want us to be like the Tiber family after the Great Titan War? We're supposed to protect Paradise from reprisal from humanity outside of the walls. They won't be able to retaliate immediately. Huh? The rumbling will kill 80% of humanity. They won't be able to wage war. So you said the rumbling will kill 80%. Very specific numbers. When you're using such specificity, that means that you have already planned to the T how many people were going to be killed. You already foreseen this. You already knew this. So you already knew that they would be held as these great warriors that would stop him because of the fact he planned it to be so. Okay? Right? That's what you gather from that, right? Check this out. Keep in mind what I just said, guys. We skipped ahead a bit. Check this portion out. I murdered 4/5 of society. I led you to kill each other on Paradise. I got all of you, my precious friends, wrapped up in this battle without even knowing if you'd survive it. Contradiction. That's a big ass contradiction. The reason I say it's a contradiction, guys, is because you can't say that you didn't know if they were going to survive at all, but you were able to pinpoint the exact amount of people you were going to kill. You knew they were going to stop you, hence you putting up the wall or the front that pushed them away, right? So that they would retaliate. Because if you didn't know that they were going to survive it, why risk their lives and your plan fall and fail if you didn't know that they were going to survive? Why risk it? You were able to plan out to such a degree that you decided to kill your mom because it wasn't Bertolt's time to die. You were able to manipulate time in such a way that you were able to make Grisha and feed Grisha certain memories to feed your narrative and to push your narrative to be able to get in the position that you were in, right? But you mean to tell me that you had no idea that your friends were going to survive, but you decided to go ahead anyway, right? That doesn't sound like someone who loves his friends as much as they say he does. This is what we're saying. This is all that anybody is saying with this one chapter. It does not make any sense. You clearly contradicted yourself because they're not as precious as you make them out to be. If something is precious, you are going to hold on to it and you're going to make sure that it's safe. Clearly, the island was more precious than your friends. That's all that we're saying. Because your actions dictate otherwise. Your actions don't dictate someone whose friends are so precious. They don't dictate that. Because if they were that precious to you, you wouldn't have drugged them in this situation. Especially if you didn't know they were going to survive. But to me, it kind of sounds like you did know they were going to survive because you planned for them to be hailed as the heroes. It contradicts everything. It's too contradictory. That's why we're like, it doesn't make any sense at all. It's ridiculous. All right. Last point, guys. Last point in contention that I want to bring about with this chapter. This portion right here. Let's read it. Armin, my head's gotten all messed up. The founder's power has made it so that there's no past or future. It all exists at once. We'll stop it there. So he's already saying that from this dialogue here, that sounds like an excuse statement of stating that things have just gotten so messed up. I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea, no clue as to what was happening. Everything was so jumbled in my mind, and I had no clue what was happening, right? If you had no clue what was happening and you couldn't control it because your head got messed up, how is it that you were able to control Dina into ignoring Bertolt and to go kill your mom? If it's that bad and you had no clue what was happening, how are you able to do that? How are you able to, Armin, it's time. I'm erasing all your memories of this place. That sounds like you're pretty adept with the powers there. To where you're able to erase memories and go back in time and alter timelines and events. You sound pretty adept. You don't sound like a novice to me. That doesn't sound like somebody who doesn't know the difference in reality and what's happening based on the statement you gave. But you're able to erase memories and send everybody else special memories. Right? Now I remember. You contentious piece of shit. Eren, you really are a... Eren, he said, even my mom will go back to being a human being. You're able to give memories and visions and prophecies to your friends. But you didn't, but your head's messed up. You don't know what's going on. You have no clue what's happening. My head's just gotten so messed up. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know why I did what I did. Contradictions. This chapter is full of contradictions. And for anybody who has read this chapter and haven't been able to interpret it or understand it, I'm hoping I'm making sense enough to you so that you can grasp hold of the concepts in which I'm speaking of. These things just don't align with the story. They just don't align. They just don't make sense. This is all that we have ever said. Anybody who despised the ending, this is all that we've ever said. All that we've ever wanted was consistencies, not contradictions. We just want the story to make sense. We just want the story that we read to make a lick of sense. That's it. But from what I just read and what I just broke down, doesn't make sense. Because when you're first reading it and you're first reading the chapter, right, you're more so in shock, if you will, that it's the last chapter. And you're like, man, this is it. Man, this is the manga. This is the thing that I pretty much kind of grew up on. Man, this is it. So you're having those particular thoughts run through your head while trying to also digest and understand the concepts and the ideals that you're reading within the chapter. So then, when you reread it or you go back to it multiple times, you start to kind of get some clarity, some understanding, and being like, it don't make a lot of sense, right? These are basic comprehension level skills. Basic comprehension level skills. This is why we don't understand when people make particular arguments that don't make sense. And then when we question it or we bring it to the forefront or put you on the spot by giving you something that counteracts what you just said, you can't defend it. You don't know how to defend it. You're just stuck in the sand and have no idea how to escape. Because you're like, oh man, they did make a valid point here. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I think what I said was a valid point. If you're telling me that your head was so messed up and you're saying that, hey, I didn't know what was going on, that sounds like somebody who didn't know what up, down, left, right was. You're saying the past and the future and present is all happening at the same time? And you just got so confused as what's going on because the founder's powers were so overwhelming? But yet you're able, with such mastery, to deliver memories to people, change timelines and events by adding in certain situations that are occurring so that you could get to a particular point. You influenced your dad to giving you the attack titan plus the founding titan and to kill children whom he cared for. Right? You convinced him of that. You were able to do those things. You were able to lead Dina past Bertolt because it wasn't his time to die. Because you decided rather to kill your mother. You decided to kill your mother so that you would all of a sudden be able to have Armin and be saved. So Armin can be saved with Bertolt's powers. Let's be honest. Eren already had the desire to go beyond the walls before his mom got killed. He already despised the Titans before his mom got killed. So that was already in him. So The misconception is that people are saying he had Dina kill his mom so that he can get angry enough to kill all the Titans. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I can go with that logic. However, let's think about it from another standpoint. Again, as I said, he already had the yearning and the desire for freedom so strongly enough that his dad was going to show him what was in the basement. He already had that. He already had that desire, that burning exploratory mentality, right? Because if Bertolt would have died, the only thing that Bertolt served and his purpose was for was to save Armin's life. You think about it. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's going to be a quick little breakdown, a quick little synopsis of things that I saw throughout the chapter that just really wasn't sitting well. And I hope it kind of clarified some of those things that a lot of people question, and I want to bring it to the forefront so you guys are aware of these are some of the things that we've seen that we complain about. All the people who despise the ending, we're not just saying this, or we're just not, again, making shit up or just taking shit out of our ass and just saying, here you go. We're not doing that. Everything that we've said or any gripes or issues that we have with the chapter can easily be articulated. And this was just one of those times here. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that you guys take something from that and there's a little bit more understanding from the side of the people who love the ending or think that the ending was okay. This is where the people who hate the ending are coming from because of the things that I pointed out. So I hope that clarified stuff for you guys. But in the meantime, guys, you already know the deal. Let's go ahead and like, go ahead and comment. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm really, really eager to know what your guys' take on it. If you agree or if you disagree, leave a comment down below and let me know. Go ahead and also subscribe. Like, again, it's free. And then go ahead and share the content as well as hit the notification bell, guys. We're going to keep pumping these things out, as I said, guys. We're not stopping. We're going to keep giving you grade A fucking content. And it's only going to get better from here. I can only get better. I can't get any worse. So, you guys already know the deal. Y'all do those things. Y'all have a great motherfucking day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.